Hey everyone, welcome back to Everyday English Podcast. I'm Jay.
And I'm Mia. So happy you're here with us today.
How's it going, Mia?
Good. Though I'm a little sore. I tried a new workout class yesterday.
Oh yeah? Which one?
Some kind of intense cardio class. My legs are still complaining.
Was it worth it?
Honestly, yes. I felt amazing right after. Then regret set in this morning.
Classic story. And that's basically today's topic.
Fitness and healthy habits. Something everyone thinks about.
Whether we actually do it or not is a different story.
Very true. For both of us sometimes.
This is genuinely useful English too. Small talk about gyms, food, sleep.
It comes up constantly, even in casual conversations.
Exactly. Quick thing before we start, everyone.
If you like the show, hit that like button for us.
And subscribe. New episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
And if your friend is always talking about their gym routine, send them this.
They'll appreciate it. Or get very competitive about it.
Also possible. Let's get into it.
So fitness talk is everywhere these days. Gyms, apps, influencers.
It really is. Everyone has an opinion about the best way to get healthy.
Today we'll keep it practical. Real phrases for real conversations.
Working out, eating habits, sleep, and just staying motivated.
Let's start with something simple. Talking about your workout routine. So how would you describe your workout routine to someone?
I'd say I try to work out 3 or 4 times a week.
Try to, meaning you don't always succeed, honestly.
Exactly right. What about you?
I usually say, I go for a run most mornings.
Most mornings, meaning not every morning.
Right, we're both being honest here today.
What do you say when you skip a workout?
I'd say I fell off track this week.
Fell off track, meaning you stopped following your usual routine.
Exactly. It happens to everyone eventually.
What do you say when you're getting back into it?
I'd say, I'm getting back on track this week.
That's such a common phrase for fitness goals.
It really is. On track, off track, back on track, the whole cycle.
The eternal cycle of fitness motivation.
Let's talk about the actual gym. Do you go to a gym?
I have a membership, though I don't use it as much as I should.
What do you say about that kind of situation?
I'd say, I'm paying for a gym membership I barely use.
That's such a relatable sentence, honestly.
So relatable. What do you say when the gym is really crowded?
I'd say the gym was packed, so I had to wait for equipment.
Packed, meaning very crowded, full of people.
Right. What about when you finally get a good workout in?
I'd say, I had a really good session today.
Session, meaning one workout, one time at the gym.
Exactly. What do you say about working with a trainer?
I've never worked with one, but I'd say I'm thinking about hiring a trainer.
That's a good goal, actually. They keep you accountable.
Accountable, meaning responsible. Someone checking on your progress.
Exactly. Having someone else involved really helps motivation.
Let's move to food. How do you talk about eating healthy?
I'd say, I'm trying to eat more balanced meals.
Balanced, meaning a good mix of different food groups.
Right. What do you say when you're being strict about your diet?
I'd say I'm cutting back on sugar this month.
Cutting back, meaning reducing, having less of something.
Exactly. What about the opposite, when you give in to a craving?
I'd say, I gave in and had dessert anyway.
We've all been there.
Constantly. What do you say about meal prepping?
I'd say I meal prep on Sundays so I don't order takeout all week.
Meal prep, meaning cooking meals ahead of time for the week.
Exactly. It saves time and money, honestly.
I really should start doing that. My kitchen mostly makes takeout orders.
Every kitchen has its true purpose. Let's talk sleep. Such an underrated part of being healthy.
Oh, this is a weak spot for me. I'm not a great sleeper.
What do you say about a bad night's sleep?
I'd say I barely slept a wink last night.
Barely slept a wink, meaning almost no sleep at all.
Right. And the opposite? A really good night?
I'd say I slept like a log.
Slept like a log. Such a fun expression. Deep, solid sleep.
Exactly. What about trying to fix your sleep schedule?
I'd say, I'm trying to get to bed earlier this week.
How's that going for you, honestly?
Not great. I keep saying it, never actually doing it.
Same struggle here, believe me.
At least we're consistent about something. Quick reminder before we keep going, everyone.
The full script for this episode, every phrase we're using today, is on our blog.
The link is in the description below. Perfect if you want to review later.
All right, let's keep going. Let's talk motivation, the hardest part of any fitness journey.
Honestly, the hardest part by far.
What do you say when you're really motivated?
I'd say I'm really in the zone right now.
In the zone, meaning fully focused, performing really well.
Right, like I've been in the zone with my workouts lately.
What about the opposite? When motivation completely disappears?
I'd say I've lost all motivation to work out.
We've all felt that at some point.
What do you say when a friend encourages you to keep going?
I'd say, thanks for pushing me. I needed that.
Pushing me, meaning encouraging you, motivating you to continue.
Exactly. Having support really does make a difference.
It really does. Even just one encouraging text helps a lot.
Let's talk about the less fun part, being sore or getting hurt.
This is very relevant to my current situation, actually.
Right, your legs from yesterday.
I'd say, I'm so sore I can barely walk down the stairs.
So sore, that's a great everyday way to describe muscle pain.
What do you say about an actual injury?
I'd say, I pulled a muscle last week and had to rest.
Pulled a muscle, meaning a minor muscle injury from overdoing it.
Exactly. What about needing to take time off completely?
I'd say, I'm taking a break from working out until it heals.
Smart move. Pushing through an injury usually makes it worse.
Definitely learned that lesson the hard way once.
What happened?
I ignored a sore ankle, and it turned into a real injury.
Lesson learned, listen to your body. Let's talk small habits, not just big workouts.
Like drinking more water, that kind of thing?
Exactly. What do you say about that?
I'd say, I'm trying to drink more water throughout the day.
Throughout the day, meaning spread out, not all at once.
Right. What about walking more in general?
I'd say I try to take the stairs instead of the elevator.
Small habit, but it adds up over time, honestly.
Exactly the idea. What about stretching?
I'd say I try to stretch for a few minutes every morning.
Try to, again, meaning it doesn't always happen.
We're very honest hosts today.
Small, consistent habits matter more than one big workout anyway.
That's a good note to end this block on.
Let's talk fitness goals. Big picture stuff.
What do you say about a long-term goal?
I'd say my goal is to run a full marathon someday.
That's a big goal. Have you started training for it?
Not seriously yet. I'd say I'm building up to it slowly.
Building up to it, meaning gradually preparing, step by step.
Exactly. What about a smaller, short-term goal?
I'd say my goal this month is just to be more consistent.
Consistent, meaning doing something regularly, not skipping around.
Right. Consistency matters more than intensity most of the time.
Well said. What about when you actually reach a goal?
I'd say I finally hit my goal after months of trying.
Hit my goal. Such a satisfying phrase to say.
It really is, even for small goals.
Let's talk about the mental side of fitness, not just physical.
Oh, this matters a lot to me, actually.
How do you usually describe that connection?
I'd say working out really clears my head.
Clears my head, meaning it helps you think more clearly, feel calmer.
Right, like a run always clears my head after a stressful day.
What about when you're feeling low and don't want to move at all?
I'd say I know exercise would help, but I have zero energy for it.
That's such an honest, relatable feeling.
It really is. What do you say when you force yourself anyway?
I'd say I dragged myself to the gym, but I'm glad I did.
Dragged myself, meaning you really didn't want to go, but you went.
Exactly. And it almost always feels better afterward, honestly.
Every single time, even when I don't believe it beforehand.
That's basically the whole secret of fitness motivation. Let's talk about staying healthy during a regular workday.
This is tough. I sit at a desk most of the day.
What do you say about that kind of lifestyle?
I'd say my job is pretty sedentary, so I try to move whenever I can.
Sedentary, meaning mostly sitting, not very physically active.
Right. What do you do to break it up during the day?
I'd say I try to get up and stretch every hour or so.
That's a good habit. What about walking meetings?
I've actually tried those. I'd say we turned it into a walking meeting.
That sounds nice, honestly. Fresh air and movement together?
It really helps with focus, too, surprisingly.
What do you say about taking the stairs at work?
I'd say I always take the stairs instead of the office.
Small habit, but it really adds up throughout a long week.
Exactly the philosophy we mentioned earlier, too. Let's talk about fitness apps and trends for a bit.
Oh, I've tried so many fitness apps over the years.
What do you say when you download a new one, all excited?
I'd say, I'm really excited to try this new app.
And then what usually happens, honestly?
I use it for about a week, then completely forget about it.
That's such a common pattern for a lot of people.
What do you say about a fitness trend you're skeptical about?
I'd say I'm not sure that trend actually works, but I might try it once.
Fair, healthy skepticism. What about something that actually worked for you?
I'd say that app actually stuck with me, surprisingly.
Stuck with me, meaning you kept using it. It became a habit.
Exactly. Rare, but it happens sometimes.
What do you think makes something actually stick instead of fading out?
Honestly, I think it's making it simple and not too intense at first.
That matches everything we've talked about today, actually.
Small, consistent habits really do win in the end. Time for our roleplay corner.
Today's scene. 2 friends deciding whether to go to the gym together.
I'll start. Hey, want to hit the gym with me later?
Honestly, I fell off track this week. I don't really feel like it.
Come on, it'll help. We can start slow, nothing intense.
I don't know. I'm still pretty sore from Tuesday's class.
We could just do some light stretching then instead.
That actually sounds manageable. Okay, you talked me into it.
Perfect. Thanks for pushing yourself, even a little today.
Thanks for pushing me, honestly. I needed that.
That's what workout friends are for.
True. Should we meet at 6?
6 works. Let's try to get back on track together.
Deal. No excuses this time.
See, that scene used so many phrases from today.
Fell off track, back on track, pushing me, all in one conversation.
Exactly why having a workout buddy really helps. Let's recap today's expressions before we wrap up.
I try to work out 3 or 4 times a week.
I fell off track this week.
I'm getting back on track.
The gym was packed.
I had a really good session today.
I'm cutting back on sugar this month.
I gave in and had dessert anyway.
I barely slept a wink last night.
I slept like a log.
I'm really in the zone right now.
Thanks for pushing me.
I'm so sore I can barely walk.
I pulled a muscle last week.
My goal is to be more consistent.
That's a lot of useful everyday fitness English.
Perfect for small talk at the gym, or anywhere really. All right, that's it for today's episode.
Fitness talk comes up more often than people realize, honestly.
It really does, even in casual small talk with coworkers.
If you have a fitness goal you're working on, tell us in the comments.
We genuinely love to hear about it.
And remember, the full script and expression list are on our blog.
Link is right there in the description.
If you enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe, and share it.
It really helps us reach more learners around the world.
We'll see you next time on Everyday English Podcast.
Bye, everyone. And Mia, seriously, ice those legs tonight.
Already planning on it.